Hey all, welcome back to 7th House Tarot. Today we're going to do a reading about you and the person on your mind. Okay, so whoever it is that you're thinking about, this is who the reading is going to be for. So first of all, I'm going to do some astrological alignment here. I'm going to pick one card for you, one card for them, and then I'm going to pick one card for the energy between you. Okay, so the first card out here is going to be your energy. So let's grab one out. Oh, spill. Okay, so for you, I have Psyche, which is kind of funny because that's what spilled out on the spill, but I threw it back in there. All right, so let's get your person. So Psyche is like soul, consciousness, mind. For your person, I have Planetary Return. So solidical, homecoming, progress. And then for the energy between the two of you here, I have third moon. So breakdown, readjustment, and forgiveness. Okay. Okay, so your current energy is Psyche. So this tells me that you're in a reflective, like emotional space, really feeling everything and trying to understand the deeper meaning behind it all. So I feel like you're the one that's questioning the connection. Like you might be lost or concerned that you're not where you're supposed to be. Possibly you're not in contact with this person, or maybe they're emotionally distant, but it's leaving you in a period of just like confusion, where your person is represented by Planetary Return. Okay, so that tells me that your person is going through a major cycle, like coming back around, revisiting old lessons and facing something that needs to be matured or completed here. And then the energy between the two of you, I have a third quarter moon. So the energy between you tells me that the relationship or the connection's at a turning point. So something needs to be released or rebalanced before things can move forward. Now, keep in mind, likely this is probably a relationship, the person you're thinking about. It does not have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a friend. It could be a sibling. It could be whatever connection you are thinking about, whoever this person is to you. But that's kind of to help you identify where you each are right now in the process. So next, I want to take a look at what the current situation is between the two of you. Let's take a look at what the current situation is and see if this is going to be the reading for you or if it resonates. Okay, first out, I have the Magician pop out. So, just fallen. I don't know if we should take all these guys or not, but let's just go ahead and do it. It popped out. It was ready to come out a full spread here. Okay, so let's unpack this here. Okay, so the first card out is the Magician card. The Magician card is Gemini energy, if that resonates with you. But this tells me that there's some real potential here in this connection. Like it's not dead. Both of you have the tools to make something happen here. It's going to require intentional effort, not just wishing on things to improve here between the two of you. Next, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a good, solid opportunity, something stable that wants to grow between the two of you. This ace is like a seed, okay, that you want to plant. If nobody plants it or tends to it, it doesn't go anywhere. So the opportunity is there, but it's not guaranteed. You have to nurture this opportunity, okay? The Knight of Cups here, it tells me someone wants to come forward with emotion, with honesty, with romantic gesture, whether that's you, whether that's them. There's a genuine interest here. But right after that, we hit the Nine of Wands. So as much as there's emotion, there's also a lot of guarded energy here. Someone is tired, weary, afraid of repeating old cycles here. This is what they call the wounded warrior in the tarot deck. This is perseverance. Like you fought the battle and you're still standing at the end, right? So someone isn't wanting to repeat old cycles or toxic behaviors. They're not giving up though. They're not completely open either. Okay. And then we've got the King of Swords. So this is someone who is staying logical, maybe a little too logical. They're trying to manage the situation with their head instead of their heart. They're watching, evaluating, and deciding what makes sense here, even if it comes off as very detached and cold. And then we've got the Page of Pentacles here. So this is the beginning of something practical, a small offer, a message, or a willingness to learn how to do things differently in the connection. So it's slow, it's steady, and it's humble, but it's real. Okay. So there's real potential here. There's real emotion, but there's also real hesitation. Someone wants to move towards you, but they're trying to play it smart and not rushing in blindly. So expect small steps here, not grand gestures. This isn't a fairy tale swoop in. I don't see a lot of speed here. It's a slow build with real possibility if both people show up. Okay, so again, Gemini energy here. We've got Pisces energy with this Knight of Cups. We've King of Swords. You've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Page of Pentacles is Earth sign. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So we've got earth and air here. We've got one water sign. So what I want to do next is I want to see what is the blockage between the two of you. What is the blockage in this connection? What is the blockage between these two? Okay, so I've got the Knight of Wands. I've got the Fool card. Let's see. So the Knight of Wands is about passion and adventure. So there might be a lack of that, or there might be a third person in the mix. The Knight of Wands is Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo energy. It's a fire sign. We've got the Fool card. Okay, so we've got the Fool card is about spontaneity, adventure, taking a leap of faith. We've got this Wheel of Fortune, which is change and cycles and opportunities. We've got the World card. Okay, so the World card is like completion and fulfillment here. So let's see. Let's pause here and see what we can piece together. Okay, so the Knight of Wands here, this tells me that the biggest issue here is inconsistency. That Knight of Wands is like real in and out, hot and cold, excited type of energy, but it disappears as fast as it comes in. Okay, so could be just inconsistency. That's, the on again, off again energy that makes it hard to trust where you're going. And that really sinks back to your confusion here. I feel like this is the person on your mind that's possibly inconsistent, leaving you in this state. So then, because there might be just like a lot of sparks, but no follow through on their end. Okay. So then we have the Fool card. So this person struggles with taking a leap of faith. They like the idea of a new beginning, but when it comes to actually jumping in here, they hesitate. They don't want to be tied down. They don't want to risk getting hurt, or they just don't know what the future holds. So they stall here. So there's just a fear of commitment. Really, there's a fear of taking this dive with you because they're concerned about how it will turn out. And this may be insecurity. This may be because they don't know if they have what it takes to make this really work with you, because, they really had to. We saw the current situation is that there was opportunity here if both people could come together and compromise and meet each other halfway, remember? So maybe this person's concerned that they can't do that, or they're not ready, or they don't want to be ready. So let's keep going. So we got the Wheel of Fortune here. So the Wheel of Fortune tells me timing has been all over the place. Okay, so one of you is ready, the other one isn't. Things feel like they speed up, then slow down, they switch directions, they go left or right. It's like the universe keeps throwing plot twists in the mix here. All right, and neither of you feel fully in control. You may not be on the same page, as far as that goes. You may want different things. We've got this World card here. So the challenge here is the closure or the lack of it. Someone hasn't fully closed out old cycles or old patterns or even old stories about relationships. Like, until you close that old chapter and it's genuinely finished, it's hard for this connection to level up or move into its full potential here. So overall, the obstacle is a mix of inconsistent behavior, fear of fully jumping in, messy timing, unfinished business. Like, there's just like stuff still just blocking this for you because you've not let go of what's not serving you in the past. And that could be on this other person's side. The person on your mind could be on their side too. This connection can move forward, but not until someone stops running in circles and actually closes out the past here. So I want to find out here, and you may know this for you, but for those of you that want an indicator here, can I understand who needs to let go of the past? Is it the viewer or is it the person on their mind? Can you give me one card in the upright if it's the viewer and a card in the reverse if it is the person on their mind? Who needs to close out the past? Card in the upright for the viewer. Okay, guys, I have one in the upright, so that tells me that it is you, and this is the Knight of Swords here. So you may be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, if that resonates for you. But the Knight of Swords is about action and speed here. So if that resonates for you, I hope that helps. But let's keep moving on. Now, let's find out what is the like. No. Let's find out, how does this person feel towards you? Let's find out how they feel towards you. Oh, okay. So we have the Star card. So there's good feelings here. That's hope, joy, inspiration. You make them happy. You're like a sunshine in their life, right? Let's see. You are the sun for them. Let's see if we can clarify the Star card. The Queen of Pentacles. So they might find you nurturing or practical, or maybe you're a business person. Maybe they think that you are like just like welcoming and you've got good business sense, kind of thing. So let's see. So I think positively, they think pretty positive about you. Nine of Swords. Okay, so but they might be in their head a little bit. They might have some tension or worries here. Maybe like, again, we meant, there was a little bit, I felt some insecurity here. Okay, so we've got the Lovers card. Nine of Swords, a Lovers card. So give me one more on this Lovers card. So the Hangman in reverse. I've got the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like when this Nine of Swords dropped, to me, it's like their thoughts are just messy. Like maybe you stress this person out, not because you're doing anything wrong, just because they're overthinking the connection, okay? They worry about losing you, disappointing you, or not being enough, not putting enough into this relationship is kind of what I'm seeing in this theme here. This is just late night anxiety, replaying conversations, like imagining worst case scenarios. This is at night. So I'm going to assume maybe you could live with this person. Possibly you could be in a connection with this person, but I feel like maybe this is someone that you're not living with, and at night, they're stressing it at night time, about this connection. So if that resonates, great. And if not, it could be a number of possibilities. You could live together and they're just, having a hard time sleeping at night. Because next to this, I have the Lovers card. So they feel a strong connection to you emotionally, spiritually, physically, all of it. Like you're someone they feel aligned with, drawn to, almost pulled towards. They feel a bond here that's not casual. So this is a romantic relationship, I think, for most of you here. I think it's going to be a romantic relationship, just with the way the cards are pulling out. But then we have the Hanged Man here. So that Hanged Man, this is like a pause. Like even though they feel all of this, they're holding back, they're trying to understand what it means, like what direction do they take, or what do they need to sacrifice to make this work? They're stuck in their head. They're trying to get a new perspective before making a move. So I appreciate they're trying to be strategic here. They're trying to put some thought into this. And at the bottom of the deck, we had that Page of Wands. So with that Page of Wands, I feel like this is why they haven't totally disappeared. Okay. They're still curious about you. They're still interested for sure. Still wanting to explore the connection. There's a little bit of enthusiasm there. And so this card shows they want to reach out, like they flirty, initiate something or start something, even if it's small, there's still a little bit of lust there, right? So overall, they see you as healing, valuable, deeply connected to them, but they're with their own fear, they're overthinking, the need for clarity is slowing them down here. Like they're interested and they're just trying to figure out how to approach you without messing it up. Okay. So I want to see what is their next likely actions towards you? Like what, they can think all they want, right? But unless they're going to come towards you, you know, nothing's going to happen, right? Action needs to happen. So what is this person's next actions towards the viewer? Tell me, what are their next physical, practical actions towards the viewer? Okay, so I have King of Pentacles. Okay. I've got the Queen of Wands. Okay. I have the Ten of Cups. Interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the Nine of Cups, guys. Nine of Cups. The Temperance card. All right. And what? The Nine of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. And we have the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, y'all. I mean, they're going to be slow as molasses. All right. Let me line these up for you. Oh, and under that's the Two of Wands. So they're really putting some thought into this. Okay. Okay. Let's not get too crazy. Let's start back here with the King of Pentacles to unpack this for you. Okay, so with this King of Pentacles, that tells me this person's shifting into a more serious, dependable energy here. Like their next action is to show up more grounded, not flaky. You know, they want to impress you, not be chaotic. They want to look reliable, stable, and mature in your eyes when they come back to you. With this Queen of Wands, they're also going to be drawn towards your confidence, your glow, and your energy. So expect them to respond to your power. So this isn't like them backing away, but this is them being attracted to your strength and charisma. So, you know, the best thing you can do is just kind of focus on yourself and make sure you're putting into yourself, because that's what's going to attract. But they're coming in because they see you spark. Like they see you doing great things, living your best life, being confident, being sexy, you know, just, you know, you being you, right? And then we move into the I keep saying 10 of Cups. That's like subconscious. The 9 of Cups, they want to win with you, okay? They want to feel good around you and they want the connection to bring fulfillment. So this is someone who's thinking, how do I get what I want here? And what they want is you. So they're in it to win it, right? And then we move into the Temperance. So their action will be slow, steady, and patient. There's no rush in here, guys. But they're not walking away. I mean, you know, they want to rebuild or deepen the connection in a balanced, controlled way. So this is them trying to do things the right way this time. So with the 9 of Pentacles here, they're going to admire your independence. They may give you space, but not distance, okay? More like respecting your self-worth while planning their next step. So I see them. I don't have the Knight of Swords out here, but I'm assuming they're going to still keep tabs on you. They're going to watch your, you know, they're going to check your social media. They're going to, you know, they're going to think about you and that kind of stuff. But I do see it being very slow, especially with this Knight of Pentacles on the end. So like, this is the key. This is their next action, is slow but intentional movement towards you. So consistency, real effort, not a grand gesture. Like this Knight of Pentacles is small, dependable steps that actually build something. So now let's take a look at the bottom of the deck, because the cards at the bottom of the deck caught my eyes. Okay. So, because we've got the Two of Wands here. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Okay, perfect. We got the Two of Wands here. So they're making a plan. They're thinking ahead. And then look, okay, I've got the 7 of Cups. So they're still confused. They're still weighing their options, still trying to figure out the best approach to come towards you. We've got the Hierophant here. So they're thinking long-term commitment energy, something traditional or serious with you. They want to put in the effort. But we've got the 2 of Swords here, okay? So they've been indecisive, stuck between fear and desire, but avoiding the crossroads is no longer working for them, okay? And then we've got the 4 of Wands here. So 4 of Wands, like they picture union, stability, a reunion with you, celebrating something with you. And then we got the Devil here. And so they're obsessed. There's an attachment. Temptation is real. They can't shake this connection, you know, even if they tried. See, we've got the 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, like public recognition, victory, right? So they definitely want this with you. Honestly, I love to see a little devil in there, because sometimes a guy gets a bad rap, but you know, that's obsession, that's temptation, that's some lust, ladies. And So, I mean, if your guy or gal is, focus their devil energy on you, then I mean, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's see. What's the likely outcome between the two of you? Let's see what the likely outcome is going to be between the two of you. Oh, okay. So we've got the Five of Swords. Okay. We've got the Seven of Wands. Okay. We have the Four of Cups. Okay, it's getting interesting. We have the Eight of Wands. Okay, so maybe some communication coming in. Four of Swords, so rest and recovery. Tell me something on what happens on the other side of this Four of Swords. Three of Pentacles. All right, collaboration, sailing into smoother waters. Oh gosh, we have that Three of Swords. Don't tell me we have that Three of Swords. Okay, give me, sorry guys, I guess you're probably missing some of this here. Let me scooch it over. Let me give it a double scooch. Okay, give me one more on that Three of Swords. Give me something positive, I hope. Okay. Give me something on this Three of Swords. The Sun card. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Some real talk here, okay? It starts out kind of doomy and gloomy. So the Five of Swords here tells me there's still conflict. There's so many miscommunication, ego, something wanting to win instead of trying to understand. It's not smooth energy. I hate to say that. The Seven of Wands, the walls are still up. So someone's defensive, guarded, feels like they have to protect themselves. They're resistant to being fully open, even when the feelings are there. I do feel like this energy is on your person's side. Roles can be flipped, but I feel like this is on your person's side. We've got the Four of Cups here. This is an emotional dissatisfaction. Like someone keeps feeling like the other person isn't showing up the way they need to. I feel like this is your energy, but put the shoe where it fits, right? But one of you is recognizing that the opportunity, they're not. So one of you is not. I'm sorry. Let me rewind that. Okay, one of you feels like you're not getting what you need. The other person is not recognizing the opportunity in front of them. Like a missed chance or emotional numbness is part of the story here. And then we have the Eight of Wands. So despite this nonsense here, the Eight of Wands, communication is going to pick up. I love how it's like right here in the center. Communication is going to pick up. Okay. And so some movement is going to happen. Things are going to start moving quickly after a period of stagnation. So things are going to be slow here, guys. Okay. And then on the other side, we've got the Four of Swords. So after the burst of communication here in the center, we've got there's going to be another pause. Things are going to slow down, a cooling off period. Somebody retreats to think, reflect, or regroup. So we've had some conflict. We've got some we've got our walls up. We've got a little bit of pity party here going on. Then we've got a burst of communication, and then the person backs off again. Okay, they retreat, go into a moment of silence here. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles, though. So this is where the tide turns right here, okay? The outcome shows the two of you actually trying to work together, collaborating, rebuilding, or at least hearing each other out. So it's cooperative energy here, not chaotic. So I do love that. And then we've got the Six of Swords here. So this is movement out of conflict into calmer waters. Not perfect, not fairy tale, guys. I'm not promising you a fairy tale, but there is improvement. There's a transition. There's a sense of, okay, let's leave the past crap behind us and let's move forward a little bit. We do have the Three of Swords. This is the part people don't want to hear, but it's important, okay? There is still pain attached to this connection. There's still some disappointment. There's a hard truth in this connection, a realization that something needs to be healed or addressed before the connection can truly stabilize, guys. So that will be different for each of your situations, but there still is some grief and sorrow in this connection. But we do have the Sun card on the other side, okay? So this is the real final outcome. After the conflict, the miscommunication, the pause, the rebuilding, the painful truth, you get clarity with this Sun card. You get honesty, you get warmth, you get illumination here. The Sun brings light to the situation. So the Sun doesn't mean everything becomes magically perfect. I mean, nothing is magically perfect. It means everything becomes clearer. And the clarity leads to more positive, authentic, and open dynamic here. So if you were to ask me what the likely outcome is, I'm going to say it's going to be a bumpy road. Like, buckle your seatbelt. It's going to suck, but it leads to understanding. It leads to truth. It leads to things being out in the open instead of hidden. And that clarity gives you the chance to create genuine happiness here if that's what you want. Either with this person or because you finally see the situation for what it really is. It could be that you take that into your next situation. But you've got peace, you've got answers, and you get your power back with this Sun card, whether you stay in this connection or not. So let's take a look here and see what the advice is for you. What is the advice for you here? Or if there's any additional advice for you as the viewer in this current situation. Ugh. Guys, I'm about to spill my cards everywhere, so I feel like maybe you've got some feelings about this, maybe some messy feelings, right? Some strong attachments here. So we've got the Six of Pentacles and the High Priestess. We've got the Queen of Cups, and I've got the Justice at the bottom of the deck. So let's take a look at this. I almost want to steal the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck too. So with this Six of Pentacles at the bottom, this is equal give and take, receive and balance, okay? So do not overgive, but don't hold back completely either. Healthy boundaries matter, okay? Make sure you're getting equal give and take in this situation. And if you're not getting equal give and take, it's not your jam. You know what I mean? The High Priestess tells you to trust your intuition, so pay attention to your gut, your inner knowing. You're stronger than any outside influence, okay? If you're struggling with something, go within. The answers are inside of you. The Queen of Cups reminds you to stay emotionally grounded and compassionate, but not at the cost of your own well-being, okay? So no need to bottle up those feelings, but, just ground yourself. Take your socks and shoes off and sit in the grass and just let your feet touch the ground and meditate and those things. Think before you act in a situation. And then the Justice shows the honesty and fairness are key. So speak your truth and expect the same in return. No bending for anyone else's convenience here, okay? So with this Justice card, that's balancing the scales, okay? So just, do unto others that you want done to you kind of thing, and don't take shit off somebody. You know what I mean? Okay. So then the Seven of Swords, this at the bottom of the deck caught my eye, okay? The Seven of Swords is a caution. So it's like, watch for deceit, hidden motives, or people not being fully transparent with you. Trust but verify. Okay. So the bottom line here for me is stay grounded, trust yourself, maintain balance, and don't ignore red flags. That's your roadmap through this connection. So I hope that helped you. I have a whole thing of charms here. Let's see if we can pull anything out that might resonate with you. Okay, so I have the letter E, and I'll post these up so you can actually see them, guys. I know you can't see them really good. So I have the number 19, I have the number 29, the number 20, the number 11, the number 2. These could be days of the month. These could be life path numbers like 2 or 11. These could be days, maybe 2 to 30 days from now. I have Aquarius energy. I have Libra. I have Sagittarius. That could be in your chart, their chart, the person you're dealing with. I have the months of, let me see here. I have the months of March. I have the month of November. I have January. I have July. Yep, and I have July. Let's see, and December, guys. On the picture, though, they're going to look like flowers because they're the flower of the month. But that's what I have for you. Just kind of here off the cuff. I've got a couple more letters: H, M, K, O, Y. So if that resonates with you, but that's what I've got for you guys. If there you know, if you please like the video if it resonates, so I know, drop a comment if you want to. I love hearing from you guys. And I will see you guys in the next reading.